Hi, my name is Ilchibuko. Thank you for joining me today. Today's topic is about how to embrace and transform your negative emotions. And who joined here doesn't have negative emotions or don't feel any emotion? Actually, all of us feel emotions at times, right? And although we know sometimes we may be reacting, we may continue to hold on to that energy too. So today I felt that it would be a very important topic to talk about how to shift our emotional state and intentionally be able to change it. So in our study, we say happiness is a choice. So also environment circumstances are not there to control you, but it's there for you to begin to see yourself more and be able to, at the end, create the circumstances and situations as you truly wish for yourself and for others. So today's session is really about how to, I want to say, observe yourself or be mindful or have intention, awareness. Yeah, maybe I can say awareness. So if we don't have, it's easier to explain from opposite end. So let's say if we don't have awareness or we are just on the mercy of circumstances and situations, what happens is that that circumstances, situations stimulate us, and depending on where you are in that state, in that moment, you will create certain response that can be your reaction. And with that, you continue to create that energy more inside of you and also around you. So it can be also not only what is happening right now in the situation, circumstances, but actually it's about what happened in the past that you may be holding on to from the past, or what you may be concerned about or worry about, and you may create that kind of energy a lot. So, you may have heard power of attraction, something like that, right? So a whole universe is working like that. So if we are focused on, and it doesn't matter what you don't want, but if you're focused on the negative energy or negative emotions, then that energy will gather more of those kind of situations. Makes sense to you? So even people around you, you will naturally attract those kind of similar state of emotion that people have. They will gather around you too. So this is unconscious negative creation, or unconscious negative wish is worries or focusing on the energy that you may not want, but you keep thinking about it. So if we are clearly being mindful about what you're creating, what is your intention right now, yeah, then you will begin to shift that energy from where you are, which could be the reaction, that feeling that you're feeling from the environment and circumstances that you experience, to shifting it into a different state of your being. So our consciousness, we say our consciousness creates our energy and our physical condition, and the energy being also emotion too. But also your consciousness state can be a very, very different, wide range. So I haven't met a person who has just one single state of consciousness all the time. So if you are choosing, this is also choice. I want to really emphasize on the choice. If you choose your consciousness state, for example, with your awareness, you are able to shift that energy too. So, as I mentioned, there isn't anybody who is in the same state all the time of the consciousness. So, if you are aware, you can shift it. So, I want to introduce some ways that that is simple enough and that you can remember to utilize when you feel that emotion or negative emotion and energy that manifested inside, that you're gurgling with that energy. I can share about, I can say five things. That's a really, I want to say 5 powers. Yeah, to focus on to help you to shift the negative emotion into the love and compassion and healing. Would you like me to share that with you? I hope so. So first is power of truthfulness or vulnerability. Yeah. So that means that you are being truthful to yourself. So sometimes when we feel weak, we may put up lots of a wall or armor on you, and what you say, do become unauthentic, right? So power of truthfulness or vulnerability is whatever you are feeling, I want you to deeply experience that feeling, being honest with that feeling. So sometimes people can say, "Oh, I don't want to do that because when I do that, I become out of control. I'm scared to be out of control, or I cannot focus on where I'm heading to anymore." Yeah, like that. But if you cannot even feel yourself, it's difficult to even heal. Yeah. If we put up an armor to not to feel, or put up the numbness, put up the wall to be, then you become numb to even your own feelings and become unauthentic to yourself. So allowing yourself to feel and experience what you are really experiencing that moment. Yeah. So no matter what kind of a feeling it is, feeling is truth. Meaning, you cannot say when you're feeling this is a lie, right? So being honest with that feeling and allow, even tear comes out, that's okay. Allowing yourself to feel your emotion that you're experiencing, that is important. And then even recalling the situation, circumstances that is impacted you, because that emotion there is a trigger always. Yeah. So number one is I want to say the power of vulnerability and truthfulness. And second one, I want to say, second one, I want to say power of detachment. Yeah, so detachment doesn't mean disconnect from yourself. Yeah, so I always emphasize on it, detachment versus disconnection. Yeah, and I think we do latter a lot. Disconnect from ourselves, disconnect from our feelings, and we get lost. Yeah, but we are connected to ourselves. That's why there's a step one where you feel and you continue to feel. But this power of detachment, I want to say, it's like this. Instead of I am angry, okay, to I have anger. Yeah, so there is that shift, right? So I am angry means you become out of control, because if it just, can you imagine anger was holding the driving seat and with the handle of the car, how the car will be driven and where it's going to be head to. You may have accidents. But if you say, I have anger, so that means you are feeling that anger or anyway certain emotions, but you are not anger itself. I have it somewhere in my being and I'm holding it. So then you are the driver. So you means, I want to say, this is awareness. Your awareness is the driver of the car. And then you are looking at somebody sitting next to you, which is, you can identify it as anger, or I have it in my being. But I'm not rejecting it or I'm suppressing it. I'm feeling it. Yeah. This is also the being honest about yourself. This is the power of being honest. So detachment, then you are able to be aware and observe. So next is number 3 is power of observation. So you are able to observe yourself, what's going on. So at this moment, you can take a look at yourself honestly. So since the emotion is not controlling you inside, then you can see yourself inside what's going on. So I want you to ask, how's my body feeling? Because emotion impacts your body. And body, so I want to say this, emotions and body's discomfort or pain is a guide. Yeah, it's a guide for you to know what is happening inside, what you may be holding on to. Yeah. And so I want you to take a moment to observe with closed eyes. So also I want to say like this, see with closed eyes. Yeah. So in terms of a physical world, open your eyes and see, right? But there are many things that is happening that you can see with closed eyes. Yeah. So I want you to close eyes and then see what is happening inside of your body. Yeah. How are you feeling? Yeah. And then you can say, oh, I have tightness in my chest, or shortness of my breath, or different feelings that you can recognize. And you can also ask yourself, so what is it that I'm holding on to? Yeah, that is more like I want to say story, or the things that you talk inside here. So we have lots of things that we think about and tell stories, and that become our information that we go by, and that becomes our consciousness. Right? So what type of a story am I telling about this pain or feeling of body or emotion that I'm experiencing? And then you will see it, because those are the story you're talking about a lot of times. Yeah. And then after that, you can find, where is that story residing in my body? So usually where you feel discomfort. Yeah. And then after that, you can also ask yourself, okay, so almost like you are talking to your body or your being. What do you need? So that's why this is the stage, this power of observation is the stage that you're creating the awareness as me. Yeah, so me is looking at, yeah, me as the awareness is looking at yourself. And then what do you need? And then he will tell you. And then step number 4 is power of divine energy. Or in our practice, we call it life particles or cosmic energy, like that. So particles of the universe and then bright light energy. So you can invite that bright energy that is existing all around you to heal that part of your being and share that love to yourself. Yeah. So somehow when you feel emotion, there is some lack or need, yeah, that is not being met by the circumstances and situations. So you want to take care and heal yourself, yeah, first. Because you know what? This energy, universal energy or cosmic energy, you know what? It's free. And it's everywhere. Only you have to pay attention and focus. Yeah. So with that, you can receive that energy. Yeah. And usually the places where you can feel that energy is hands. So when we do meditation, energy meditation, we usually start with our hands to feel. Yeah. So with that energy that you feel, I want you to send that to that part of your body that there exists these stories or pain inside of our body. So that is the 4th step. And then finally, 5th step is power of understanding. So when you are sharing that love and then feel that need for yourself, then you can actually begin to ask a question. Okay, so other people, feels like other people were hurting me, but how about this person who I had challenges with? What is this person, he or she may be going through too? So we can feel compassion towards other person too, what he or she may be going through. And then you can also begin to say, with the benefit of doubt, what I said or felt or what I had information, right? Information creates the emotion with the circumstances, situation, a stimulation, right? So what kind of information I had, so that those information, is it really whole truth and only truth? So you can begin to see yourself, perhaps, maybe there are many different versions of ways of seeing one thing. So we can begin to understand what may be really happening. Yeah. And with that love that you feel towards yourself, that you can choose to love, then you can actually begin to see about another person or other people, what may be happening. So this is transforming yourself, your emotion and yourself, and also transforming that relationship with other people too. Yeah. So this is the kind of process. And of course, there are many different ways to heal. And of course, there are deeper healing that you can do. But this is something that you can remember as steps to help you to really shift and come out from the emotional state that you may feel stuck in. Okay, so now let us do some meditation together. I will guide you. And I hope that you can begin to see yourself and see others in a perhaps different way of looking at them. Yeah. All right. So why don't you shake your hands or shake your body? And breathing out. And if you feel, oh, I've been sitting for a long time, you can even stand up and then shake. That's okay too. Yeah, I want you to begin to, so because I've been explaining a lot, you may be, the energy may be over here. So I want you to shake and breathe out. Yeah, you're doing great. Okay, and so now I want you to put your feet, soles of your feet to the ground, and I want you to have the awareness that you're touching the ground with the soles of your feet. Also, if you are sitting on a ground, then your first chakra have a sense that you are touching the ground. Even sitting on a chair, you can feel that too. And I want you to straighten your spine and let that spine stretch and connect to the sky, and also from your first chakra deeply into the ground. So this pillar of energy you can straighten, and then you can rely on that pillar and relax the rest of your body. Keep closing your eyes now, and now focus on your breath. And feel your breath. And when you're feeling your breath, you can go inside and you can activate the internal eye to see yourself. Continue deep breathing. And I want you to place your mind inside where you can feel peace and calmness somewhere inside of your brain. Continue feeling your breath. Okay, and I want you to be grounded, so please feel your soles of your feet and your first chakra touching the ground. Okay, so now I want you to recall your emotion that you deal with that is negative and it's difficult to handle. You choose one, please. And I want you to recall the situation and circumstances that is cause your emotion to rise from inside of you. So it can be with a coworker, or the situation circumstances at home, or situation with your family, and what kind of things were being said and that triggered you. And it can also be something like not from the past, but even worrying about future too. So what kind of thing make you anxious? You know, what kind of things you envision that make you anxious? Yeah, anxious or worry means you are already picturing something, and that what is that picture that you have inside of you? And now let's go through this first step, power of truthfulness. And I want you to feel this emotion without trying to avoiding it or resisting about it with the big, strong armor, and not to feel it. Yeah. I want you to just feel as it is, what you may have had and what you may have created. Just allow yourself to feel and say to yourself, it's okay to feel it. It's okay to be honest and feeling it. Okay, so now you can feel that emotion inside of you. And now step 2 is power of detachment. So continue to feel it. Don't try to numb it. Allow yourself to continuously feel that emotion. And I want you to say, I'm not this emotion, but I have it. I have it. So I made it, I have it inside of me. And it's okay, I can feel it. I will not avoid it. I allow myself to feel, but I see it. So maybe that as this step goes on, you may feel a little bit differently. The anxiousness that comes from holding on to it may have been released. Yeah. So I have this emotion. I have anger, I have anxiousness, I have sadness. Yeah. And then number 3 is power of observation. So I want you to allow yourself to ask this question, what do I feel in my body with this emotion that I have? So you can say, for example, I feel tightness in my lower back, or hard to breathe, or tension and pressure in my brain, or a different sensation you feel in your body. So please be honest with that. And with that feeling, I want you to ask what kind of stories you have in your mind with this discomfort and pain you feel. So, for example, there are things that you may keep saying in your mind. This emotion that you experience is not new. It's been there for a while. Because why? It's not related to the people around you per se, but it's related to the information you kept inside of you. So what is that information or story that you kept? You know it. I am this, I am that, I can't do this or that, or whatever that information is. And then ask yourself, where is that information residing in my body? Where I feel? Where do I feel? It can be heart, or it can be, stomach. Yeah. So you can even bring your hands there and close your eyes and then feeling that part of your body. And then in this step also, I want you to ask, as you're feeling that pain or discomfort, ask it, what do you need? What do you need? Perhaps love, perhaps caring, perhaps friendship. Yeah. So all of that, it will tell you from inside. And now, next step, which is the 4th step, I want you to bring your hands and rub your hands a little bit. Okay, and then keep your hands above your knees, palms up. And with your closed eyes, you can focus on your palm. And when you focus, you can feel the tingly sensation or prickly sensation in your fingertip. If you feel so, please nod. That's good. Now you can move your hands up and down. Yeah. And continue to focus on that palm sensation. And then you can bring your hands in front of your chest, palms facing each other with a distance, and feel that resistance sensation between your palm. And I want you to bring your hands closer and feel that resistance between your hands. That is the energy that you're feeling, that you're creating. Good. Wonderful. So now with this energy, I want you to bring your hands to the part that you need healing or have tension or pain. And now with this energy sensation, I want you to share to that part of your body the energy and the love, whatever it needs. Understanding, maybe, caring, respect. And I want you to share that energy. This energy that you're feeling is the energy of the universe. Now, if you're having challenges or difficulty feeling that energy, you can recall someone in your life who loves you so much. A family member, or even the ancestors, or grandma, grandpa, or who loved you unconditionally. Or you can imagine the love of the universe, that is embracing you. So please feel that energy that is just being shared with you without any condition or circumstances. And I want you to just simply receive it. And then there can be something that you hear, like a message from inside of your brain. So for example, I love you, I care for you, different messages that may be coming to your mind. I want you to talk to it, that part of your body. With your closed eyes, keep opening your internal eye to see and feel. Okay, now slowly you can release your hands, and now this time with the feeling that you felt for yourself, with the love or compassion or understanding and the healing you received. And now I want you to think about that person that you may have had difficulties with or conflict with. Maybe perhaps that person may have needed something too, or maybe going through something too, just like you. And then maybe that you can give a benefit of the doubt that what you have as an information inside of your brain, the story that you may have, may not be the one single truth or what is completely right, and only one thing that is truly right. So maybe you can give a benefit of the doubt that the person who said something or did something feels like to you, maybe it may be just something that they were dealing with in their life. So we can have this healing energy and understanding towards that person too. And you can share the love that you feel inside of yourself towards yourself. You can expand that energy from inside out, and including that person that you were dealing with and people around you experiencing this love, vibration, and energy, compassion, understanding for yourself to be expanding to everywhere. Okay, so now you can slowly breathing in and out. Okay, now open your eyes, please. So this is something that I wanted to introduce to you that you could utilize and remember. Yeah. When you feel stuck in negative emotions, you can embrace yourself with love, and you can transform that energy and the vibration that is difficult to the energy of love and healing. Yeah. And for anything, any situations, first, what you want to do is love yourself. Yeah. Connect and love yourself. If you cannot connect to yourself, you cannot connect to other people. When we disconnect, actually, and have a separation, we may have lots of suffering and pain. And also, when we are disconnected from ourselves, we may be looking for that connection with other people. But you feel empty still, even if somebody loves you. So you want to first feel, be honest, and detach yourself from that feeling itself that goes up and down and out of control, to be able to have it and see it and also hear what you need, yeah, with that feeling that you may have. And then embrace it with that energy that is all around you, energy of the universe and cosmos, or whatever you want to call it. Yeah. And then with that love that you provide to yourself, you can share that with other people. And so I do a lot of transforming relationships, but and then people think, oh, this is with other people. Yeah, but actually, the relationship that you want to be thinking about first is relationship with yourself. Yeah. So with that concept, the information that you may have in your mind, the person who is hurting you most is you. Yeah. And so come back home to yourself, and then utilizing that this abundance of energy that is around you, heal yourself with your awareness, with your intention. And that's why I say happiness is a choice. Yeah. And with that, you may be able to, at the end, shift the environment around you, because you are sharing that love that you feel inside of you. So thank you so much for joining me today. And I actually hold a retreat called Transform Your Relationship. And if you're interested, maybe you can check out our website of Sedona Mago Center for Wellbeing and Retreat, where I reside. So thank you, and I hope to see you again very soon. Thank you.